Viewers, where does one begin? Just deep, wide, this entire tragedy is turning out to be. Was hurried under pressure from the police. This revelation has been made by the manager at the Crematorium that he ensured that Kolkata Nirbhaya's cremation took place before two others. Ready in viewers, even Nirbhaya's mother hadn't reached the crematorium. Can you believe it? This would count for one of the worst instances and downright disregard. The Hindu family must accompany the dead on their final journey. To deny a high-handedness. The haste shown by the administration is raising big questions. Body of evidence. It's a body of evidence. The postmortem shows that earlier attempts to pass off Nirbhaya death. You just have to read the postmortem report, which is now widely been accessed, viewers, by the media, including CNN News. Torture that was inflicted on this extremely conscientious mind, young to bring her family out of a place where they didn't deserve. They are murdered. So get rid of the body of evidence. Get rid of it as fast as possible. Protesting doctors of the RG Kar hospital are now talking about the possibility of Nirbhaya posing a massive case of corruption involving some influential politically connected people. Even Nirbhaya's parents are convinced of a deeper plot, and they are speaking in desperation in the open. On the extreme right is her father, who gave an interview, and also her mother, talking about the indignities that have been afflicted, viewers, not just on them, but on their daughter, because perhaps she knew too much. What did she know? That is fundamentally, viewers, at the end, it becomes very clear that the perpetrator could not have done all those ineffable things, viewers, alone. The scale of this crime is too great. Of course, I think people are known to be monstrous, but prima facie it appears, and many people are now saying this openly, that there was more than one perpetrator. Perhaps crime took place somewhere else, the body was brought and put somewhere else. That is also being spoken about in whispers, because, viewers, raising your voice in Bengal can cost you your freedom. That's how desperate things are there. Nonetheless, viewers, Listen into what the parents.
नहीं हम बात नहीं हुआ उसके, कोई बात नहीं। वो ना उन्होंने जरूरत पड़ा कोई सिग्नेचर विग्नेचर का, उन्होंने बोला हम उनको हमारा ऑफिस में आने के लिए बोलो। एकदम हम लोग का डिपार्टमेंट का कोई नहीं और कॉलेज का कोई हमारा साथ कोऑपरेट नहीं किया। पहले से तो हम ये बोल रहा है, यही तो दिक्कत है हम लोगों का। जो डिपार्टमेंट पूरा इसलिए इन्वॉल्व है इसमें, जो क्रिमेशन घाट का बारे में बोलता है, श्मशान घाट के बारे में, उधर 3 बॉडी पड़ा हुआ था, लेकिन उसका पहले ही हमारा लड़की का बॉडी जला दिया गया।
দোষীদের তাড়াতাড়ি ধরে ফেলবো, কিছুই তো দেখতে পেলাম না যে এখনো পর্যন্ত কেউ ধরা পড়লো, কোনো ক্লু পেলো। একজন ধরা পড়েছে, ওকে তো আমি মনেই করছি না। ও ভেতরের লোক না থাকলে বাইরের ও কি করে জানলো আমার মেয়ে ওখানে আছে? আমার পুরো ডিপার্টমেন্ট মনে হচ্ছে দায়ী এর জন্য। ভিতরের লোক বলতে আমি পুরো ডিপার্টমেন্টকেই বলছি, একটু ভালো কাজ করেনি। এমনকি এখন আমাদের সিএম যাতে প্রতিবাদটা বন্ধ করার চেষ্টা করছেন, আমার মনে হচ্ছে আজকে 144 ধারা জারি করে দিয়েছেন এখানে, যাতে মানুষ প্রতিবাদ করতে না পারে। উনি আমাদের সঙ্গে কোনো সহযোগিতা করেননি, বরং কেসটা মানে পুরো যাতে তাড়াতাড়ি করে মিটিয়ে দেওয়া যায় সেই চেষ্টাই করছিলেন।
Viewers, the parents of Kolkata's Nirbhaya are modest people who live modest lives. They are not here, viewers, facing cameras to draw attention to themselves. They are not part of some larger political plot. To even suggest that would be to insult them. They are only there to seek justice for their daughter. They have no motive other than that, viewers. None. And therefore, we must pay attention to what they're saying, because clearly they know something more than is being let on in the public domain. Thank goodness they're not speaking alone, viewers. The state might have abandoned them. As of today, however, viewers, the doctors that are protesting and thousands of civic-minded citizens are also echoing them. There is power here in numbers, viewers. Listen in to what the protesters have said, to what some of the doctors who are part of this protest, who are risking everything, viewers, everything, in the face of what appears to be now quite clearly a vengeful administration. They are all speaking out, viewers. Listen to this.
The hospital administration informed the parents, that it was a suicide. That is very bad. And even when the parents came to the medical college to see her body, they were not even allowed to see her dead body. Everything has been suppressed and not being reported anywhere. I don't know why. What could be the reason?
About the exam pressures and the students being harassed, that is absolutely true. And that has been going on for a while, since 3 years, since the very day Sandeep Ghosh was appointed as the principal of this very college.
Did you hear that, student viewers? That student protester is saying that certain people who refused to toe the line were being harassed by a principal who was involved in handing out punishments. What, viewers, was happening in RG Court that the principal brooked no honest dissidents? What was it that needed to be hushed up? It must have been something, viewers, of an alarming proportion for people to have resorted to this. Rather, viewers, unusually, even some TMC MPs, now we all know that TMC MPs, viewers, are only to be seen, not heard. And if they are to be heard, it is only when they are embellishing the cause of their party leaders' politics. Anyone who has ever dared to speak out against Mamata Banerjee from within her own ranks has been taught a lesson. Nonetheless, viewers, the struggle for justice has ignited the light of virtuosity in some TMC MPs. Not those, viewers, those leading lights, those women MPs, those crusaders for feminism, etc. Not those. I'm not talking about those, viewers. I'm talking about some other MPs who are demanding that the CBI summon the police commissioner to unearth the reasons for the inexplicable lapses in their initial probe. And guess what? This MP, Sukendru Roy, has been now summoned after he made this statement. Been summoned by the police, viewers, for questioning. Sukendru Shekhar Roy, viewers, has said that the CBI must act fairly. Custodial interrogation of ex-principal and police commissioner is a must to know who floated the suicide theory and why. Why the wall of the hall was demolished. Who patronized Roy to be so powerful. Why sniffer dogs were used after 3 days. Hundreds of such questions. Make them speak. This is a TMC MP. But Mamata's administration's response has been heavy and high-handed. Anyone, even remotely critical, has been summoned by the police or warned against speaking up. Can you believe it, viewers? Prohibitory orders for 7 days outside the Orji Kaur Hospital. You can't stand there even with a bouquet and demand justice today. The Durand Cup game has been cancelled because of the threat of protests. Viewers, this is the same Mamata Banerjee who said about Modi that when he was ring fencing the Kisan, or viewers, when the police had decided to form barricades around the Shaheen Bagh so-called Dadis, that this same Modi was a dictator. Today, viewers, Mamata Banerjee is going after her MPs, or at least her polices, and protesters are being threatened. Curfew has been clamped. Top doctors have been summoned for spreading misinformation. BJP and CPM leaders, opposition leaders, en masse have been summoned. TMC MP Sukendru Roy is summoned. Shantanu Sen axed from his post. College student arrested for post against the Chief Minister. And there are other TMC MPs who are going out there and making threatening, intimidating statements. Arup Roy, sample this. If a patient dies because of your strike and public anger falls on you, we will not save you. Udayan Guha, Bengal minister. Those who are pointing fingers at Mamata Banerjee, abusing her on social media and demanding her resignation, they will be identified and their fingers will be broken. These people will try to make Bengal into Bangladesh, he says, viewers. This lot, viewers, they are threatening today the public, the very public that put them into office. Look at the impunity, look at the arrogance, look at the drunkenness, the inebriation of power. Viewers, I want to open this up. Some questions need to be posed. Let's begin with Shabnam Dey. She's a political analyst who is here, has made some time to be here. Thank you, ma'am, for being on this show.
Thank you.
Shabnam Dey, I have to ask you this question. Why
Thank you so much, Rahul.
You're most welcome.
For giving me an opportunity.
You're most welcome, ma'am. You're most welcome. And let's hope that we can have a productive debate tonight. Because that is what the people deserve. So I just want to ask you a couple of questions. I'm very disturbed to hear testimonials from the manager of the crematorium, from the parents who are saying that the cremation was rushed. That someone wanted to get rid of the body, so to speak, of evidence. That they ordered for the cremation to take place even without the mother being there. Now, Ms. Dey, what do you make of this? Why is there such a hurry to get rid of the most crucial body of evidence, so to speak?
It is not at all in hot haste. Because some fake viral was on WhatsApp circulated regarding all these things. But the main fact was that when it was very unfortunate. But the thing is that when it was not only this in the presence of the judicial magistrate, and videography, presence of some doctors, and parents also came that time. They also, although they were there but detained as they have deteriorated, but still in presence of them, they all these cremation done. It was not in hot haste, and when
So,
there
Ms. Dey,
was
are you suggesting that this is all fake news?
say there are fake news which had been viral and circulated, and cops repeatedly telling to stop all these
Okay,
fake news.
viewers, would you like me to play out the interview of the head of the crematorium, the manager? I will do that. Now, this person, viewers, is obviously braving a lot, risking a lot. Let me just put it that way, risking a lot to speak. And I think the time has come perhaps to play this interview, which I will in just a few seconds, viewers. But before that, I want Sanju Verma, the national spokesperson of the BJP, to come in, because the BJP has also amplified this. This is not fake news, viewers, let me tell you. This is the truth according to the manager of the crematorium. Now, I want to ask you, Sanju Verma, and this is something that must be clarified upfront. Why is it that, forget about you people, forget about the leaders of the BJP, why do you think that so many protesters, so many doctors today are standing willing to risk their livelihoods to send a message to Mamata Banerjee? Is it because they're all under the influence of some fake news?
Rahul, first and foremost, I have to thank you specifically. You have been relentless in your coverage of this gruesome and gory gang rape and murder. You raised a pertinent point. There is an entire cabal that is out to trivialize this horrific crime under the garb of saying that ye to politicization hai by BJP, so on and so forth. But without wasting much time, these are 20 pertinent questions that I am asking, which have been in the public domain, either asked by the deceased victims' parents, or by the lawyers of the parents, or by the media, or by commoners and civilians. First question, why the shoddy autopsy? Second, why a complaint of unnatural death? Why no formal complaint? Third question, by the senior doctor on duty or the senior hospital staff on duty? Fourth question, why was the body given after over 3 hours to the deceased parents? Fifth question, why term it as a suicide initially? Sixth, why is it that when there were 3 other bodies, this particular deceased body was attemptedly, hurriedly cremated? Sixth question, why is it that on the 24th of March this year, when the deceased complained to the senior hospital staff about her car being vandalized, no action was taken and she was asked to comply and simply cool down, saying ye to hote rehta hai, because her parents have mentioned this incident of 24th March on n number of vernacular channels. Sixth, why was the renovation carried out in the midst of this horrific crime? Was it to undo the telltale signs of the horror that had taken place on the 9th of August? The ninth question, she must have screamed. The gory details are, there for everybody to read, to imagine. Was there nobody in the entire hospital to listen to her screams and come to her rescue? The 10th question, and very importantly, why is it that, the social media influencers and commoners are being intimidated by the Kolkata police? 11th question, why has Vineet Goyal, the police commissioner, not yet been sacked? 12th, why has Rajiv Kumar, the DGP, not been sacked? 13th question, why is it that 42 doctors and trainees and interns of Arjikor Medical Hospital were summarily transferred, and after a hue and cry, some of them were reinstated? 14th question, why is it that Sandeep Ghosh has been repeatedly patronized despite having a very unflattering record? He was brought back from Murshidabad within 1 month of a gory crime happening under his watch, and the same has been repeated this time around. The 15th question is this, why is it that Mamata Banerjee, forget about BJP or Congress, fails to listen to constructive feedback from her own. Sukhendu Shekhar Roy is a TMC MP from the Rajya Sabha who is now being intimidated. 16th question. Why is it that Shantanu Sen, again a very senior leader of the TMC, who openly said that his daughter is scared now because she is also a student at RG Medical College, he was removed from his position as national spokesperson.
Yes.
17th question, and very important, which you've mentioned, why were sniffer dogs brought in well after 72 or 96 hours after the Gori incident happened? 18th question, why is it that Mamata Banerjee has failed to listen to her supporters? It is the first time ever that fans of both East Bengal and Mohan Bagan came together and protesters were hounded. And 19th question,
I think,
why has Mamata Banerjee not stepped down by virtue of being the Chief Minister, Home Minister and Health Minister? And my 20th question is this. Can the likes of Mahua Moitra, Sagarika Ghosh, Shatabdi Roy, Mala Bagh, or Kakoli Dastidar, can you stop demonizing the Central Bureau of Investigation? Thank God for the CBI. That today this crime is out in the public domain. Otherwise, aap logon ne to thaan li thi, ye to
Miss
suicide
Day,
hai.
let me bring in Miss Day once again. Miss Day, I'm only going to ask you and restrict myself to a couple of questions, and that's really going to be the broadside of this debate. Sukhendu Shekhar Roy stands up and says that the Kolkata Police Commissioner must be interrogated, taken into judicial custody and interrogated. Why is he being sent a notice? Is dictatorship now the accepted norm in Bengal where you cannot air your views?
It's not at all the fact.
He has been summoned, ma'am.
He has been summoned because it is his own statement. By his own statement, he reiterated that regarding sniffers' job. But cops already has stated.
No. My question is not. CBI must act fairly. He was talking about CBI. Custodial interrogation of ex-principal and police commissioner is a must to know who floated suicide theory. What is wrong in this question? And why can't it be posed in the state of Bengal? Is despotism, what people are accusing Mamata Banerjee today of is despotism. Is despotism being driven by desperation today, ma'am? I'm asking you a simple question. If you can ask that question, do you think you should be arrested?
CBI already has taken the investigation in their own hands. And now it is under the process of CBI investigation. Now
Miss
it
Day,
is being
if
monitored
a
by Honorable
MP, a member of Parliament who takes oath on the Constitution is asking a very important question, why is he being sent a notice by the police, a summons notice by the police? Why is that happening?
When the investigation is going on, it is that you cannot.
So you cannot ask any questions.
Now.
Okay. Viewers, this is absurd. You can't ask a question when investigation has been going on. For 10 years, an investigation was going on against Prime Minister Modi when he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat. And they asked him a question every day. Every day, viewers. They ask a question on every issue. Every day. When the Rafale scam, so-called scam, was even being heard by the Supreme Court every day, no matter the fact that it was under, basically, viewers, under hearing in the Supreme Court. That question was being asked. He was being accused of being a chore. So I want to ask today two leaders. One is, of course, the Congress leader Nikul Patel. He's there with us, and also Karan Verma, who is a commentator. Nikul Patel, let me come to you first. How many tweets has Rahul Gandhi made on this issue, sir?
See, Rahul Gandhi had made a tweet or not, I don't know it. First thing. Secondly,
one minute, sir. One minute. Mr. Patel, I can tell you how many tweets he has made. He's made 2 tweets.
Okay, good. Thank you for numbers.
Yes. He made 2 tweets. No, one second. In the first tweet, he made a sort of circular argument about how this is very wrong and that the state administration, and this was after the High Court passed its order, by the way, handing this matter to the CBI, saying that it's unfortunate that the police hasn't looked into this matter closely enough. But he hasn't asked for anyone's resignation. the crimes, and I hate this business of people drawing equivalences between crimes. But what I find rather strange is the degree to which, after the Manipur incident, for example, the Congress went to seek the ouster of the state chief minister and the prime minister and the union home minister. But here, neither Rahul Gandhi, neither his sister, who has tweeted, by the way, has not asked for the resignation of the chief minister of Bengal, who has come out in the public domain and suggested rather openly that all these protests are being carried out by Ram and Bam, basically communalizing this entire citizens' movement. Now you tell me, is this not a fit case of spreading hate in the community? And if so, it's a criminal matter. If so, forget about the investigation part and the lapses. Isn't this something that the Congress party takes great umbrage at and demands resignation for, of people who create hate in the community? I want to ask you, Mr. Patel, Bharat Jodo, आपने तो पूरी यात्रा निकाली थी.
Can I speak now?
Please.
If your questions are over. Yeah. Thank you very much, Rahul. Thank you very much. I think number of questions has been posed on us, and definitely number of questions has been posed by Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson to the nation. Now, if you see the questions that everyone wants to know, that is why the people are on the streets now. And that is why now...
Mr. Patel, I have to interject because this again is a circular response. You are filibustering on this show. You're not answering the question. I'm asking you, why hasn't Rahul Gandhi asked for the resignation of Mamata Banerjee?
Asking a resignation of Mamata Banerjee, that is what your question is. Definitely it has to be asked, and definitely...
No, so why hasn't he asked it? You think it's to be asked? Another gentleman here was on the show 2 days back, Tehseen Poonawalla. He says you must ask it. But why hasn't Rahul Gandhi asked it? Karan Verma will ask you that question, perhaps even supply you an honest answer. But I want to ask you, Mr. Patel.
I think Rahul, you kindly listen. Then you are just posing questions one by one. I am very much sensitive about the issue, the way it happened in the Bengal, and the doctor, a female doctor...
Sir, I'm asking you a very specific question. We are all sensitive. We are not insensitive people. I'm asking you a very sensitive question. If Rahul Gandhi is extremely sensitive, why hasn't he today demanded the resignation of the Chief Minister of Bengal? Can you answer this question, sir? Or if you don't want to answer it, just tell me. I'll go on to Karanji. It's fine.
Asking resignation of Mamata Banerjee is definitely a common question right now in the entire country.
Sir, why hasn't Rahul Gandhi asked this question?
From Mamata Banerjee,
what is stopping Rahul Gandhi from asking this question? Can you answer me, sir?
Demanded from Yogi Adityanath ji, resignation must be demanded from everyone.
But why hasn't he? 1 second. Why hasn't he demanded? He's a leader of the opposition. LOP viewers, why hasn't he? I'm asking you, Mr. Patel, I'm asking you, don't get excited. I'm only asking you a simple question. Why hasn't he? If it is so,
This is not the way, Rahul. You are just posing simple one question that resignation must
But why shouldn't I ask this question? Because, hang on. Because this question is asked ad nauseum when the shoe is on the other foot, this question is asked. So I'm asking you, is the life of Kolkata's Nirbhaya any less than the life of any other Indian citizen who is subjected to this kind of obvious torture? This depravity. So I'm asking you, why hasn't Rahul Gandhi, who believes in Muhabbat, Muhabbat ki Raj, why if he believes in Muhabbat ki Rajniti, has he not come out? Okay. Okay. So just a minute. Viewers, I love the fact that Mr. Patel has a heart. He has a beating heart. He's a very emotional person. And he is saying very clearly that I will not stand for a crime committed of this nature against any woman, and I give him credit. I give him credit for that. But why isn't he answering this one fundamental question?
That is what the demand of
I'm asking you, sir, I'm begging you for once to listen to me and answer this question. Yes or no, Mr. Patel, should Rahul Gandhi have asked by now for the resignation of Mamata Banerjee? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Why hasn't he done so, sir?
I have to ask Rahul ji, definitely.
Okay, so viewers,
I am not in the
viewers,
position to
I
answer
draw the
his
line here.
He has
I rest my
definitely
case.
put
I'm going to bring
everything
Mr.
that is the
Verma in.
concern.
I'm
He
going
is
to bring
asking
Mr. Verma in.
definitely to
Mr.
the
Verma,
government.
tell me, what do you make of this crackdown? Who cracks down on people who are showing an individual in power the mirror? What kind of a leader does that? Can you define that leader for me tonight?
So, Rahul, all those people who always used to use these words, fascist, democracy in danger, they used to use those words very loosely. Well, this is what fascism actually looks like. And it's ugly. It's ugly, it's monstrous, and it's alive and kicking in West Bengal right now. Rahul Gandhi is one of those leaders who allows this to happen, and then he talks of democracy in danger. The one Congress leader who raised a voice against Mamata Banerjee and said that this is a dictator. This is a woman who is capable of great atrocities, great dictatorship. He was sidelined by Mallikarjun Kharge. That is the real face of the Congress party, which our friend Mr. Patel, he was struggling to answer. They've answered it through their actions. They sidelined the man who called Mamata Banerjee a dictator. And Rahul, the fact is the camel's back has broken. The law and order being the camel's back, it has broken in West Bengal. Enough of the straws on it. It has broken now. And it's up to the BJP. We look towards the BJP. We look towards the central government now. I'm done with questioning Mamata Banerjee. I'm absolutely done with her. On Raksha Bandhan, I say this. She is not my Didi. I will not eulogize or humanize her by calling her Didi or any of these names anymore. Because what she has done is she's perpetrated monstrosity in the streets of West Bengal, where she's cracked down on people. And we saw this coming. She's the woman who called Sandesh Khali staged. She called a rape as an affair gone wrong. So this is what we've landed up here now by, allowing, rationalizing or humanizing this woman. We are done with her. And it's up to the center now. What is Article 356 for? Is it an ornament in the Constitution? I mean, if this is not a time ripe for this to be used, I don't know when will we ever use this article, because the camel's back is broken. It's battered. It's up to the BJP now to pick this up and restore people's confidence in this government.
Look, I cannot disagree with what Mr. Verma is saying. There are provisions, of course. But viewers, where is consciousness? Where is morality today? Though people who should be taking onus are today passing the buck. Mamata Banerjee is passed the buck. Ram and Bam, communists and Lord Ram, she says, are responsible for these protests. You have Mr. Nikul Patel, who represents the Congress, bona fide Congress leader, viewers, intelligent individual, and he's taken a position, says, yes, Rahul Gandhi should have actually by now demanded the resignation of Mamata Banerjee. But, viewers, his leader hasn't. It's the same leader. And look, today you can say that, okay, you're going after Rahul Gandhi because maybe you have got an agenda, etc., etc. No, viewers, I'm not. I'm only actually pointing out to you all the duplicity, the hypocrisy involved. Next time you ask yourself, when you hit the streets and you run around asking for the resignation of the Prime Minister, whether you came out onto the streets to ask for the resignation of Mamata Banerjee. Think about that, viewers. Just think about how we are approaching this as a society. We are stuck between or on the other sides of the ideological divide. We're not thinking of the person. The only people thinking of the person involved here who requires justice are the doctors and are the students. The rest are sticking to the side of the ideological fence, choosing to do whataboutery. And nothing more exemplifies this, viewers. Nothing more exemplifies this than the reaction of some of the most feisty women parliamentarians of our country, all of whom come from the TMC. Where are they today? Singularly, viewers, singularly absent, conspicuous by their silence. Why, viewers? Why? Where are the press conferences? Where is the fire-breathing press conference? Zero. I'm not saying, viewers, they're the only ones. It has happened in the past. But I want you to listen to this soundbite tonight, viewers, and I want you to ask yourself, why would anyone want the body of evidence to be cremated in double quick time? Listen in to the manager of the crematorium And then, viewers, we will move to another very important issue. Listen to this.
ये जो ट्रेनी डॉक्टर हैं जिनकी हत्या हुई थी, उनकी बॉडी यहाँ किस दिन आई थी, कितने बजे आई थी और कौन कौन लोग आए थे?
9 तारीख को आए थे, रात 12 बजे करीब। यहाँ हम लोग का जो काउंसलर है, एम्बुलेंसर भी थे, काउंसलर भी थे, सब थे। और यहाँ बड़ी संख्या के पुलिस भी थे, गाड़ी बहुत थे, कंजेस्टेड हुआ था एरिया, इसीलिए थोड़ा जल्दी हो सकता, जितना जल्दी ये इलाका खाली हो जाए, कानून व्यवस्था के लिए पुलिस बोला तो थोड़ा जल्दी जो हो सकते तो कर दे।
और कितनी बॉडी थी उस समय?
2 पहले थे।
तो इनका पहले हुआ अंतिम संस्कार?
हाँ।
ये किसने बोला था? ये
पुलिस बोला था जो अभी जब बॉडी आएगा तो रुकने के लिए बोलेगा। हम बोले तो ठीक है, ताकि हम लोग लोकल लड़की भी थे, डॉक्टर भी थे, ऐसा दुर्घटना हुआ था, जब पोस्टमार्टम हुआ था, डिकम्पोज होने का चांस था, इसीलिए बोला था जल्दी हो सकते थे। तो हम लोग जिस बॉडी आए थे, हम लोग उसको बोल के रखे थे कि हम लोग को बॉडी आएगा तो वो पहले लाइन में होगा। तो बोला तो ठीक है, सब कोई मान लिया, इलाका का लड़की है, ऐसा दुर्घटना हुआ।
फैमिली थी लड़की की,
फैमिली आकर हमको कुछ नहीं बोला है जे लेट करो कि पहले करो।
अच्छा, कुछ नहीं बोला है?
नहीं।
ओके। और आपने बॉडी देखी थी, चूंकि वो तो कवर्ड थी फेस, जैसे वो एक बता रहे हैं आपके कर्मचारी?
हाँ, बॉडी तो जो पोस्टमार्टम होता है वो कवर करके ही आते हैं, सिर्फ मुंह खुला हुआ था।
तो कुछ देखा आपने, कुछ क्या मार्क्स वगैरह देखे थे?
नहीं, मुंह ऐसे ही थे, थोड़ा नाखून का निशान सुशान हो सकता है।